open evening presentation for A-level economics. So what is economics all about? Economics studies human behaviour, and in this subject we look at how markets work and how they fail. We look at understanding the dynamics of change at a micro level, so within an industry where we look at firms and their behaviours, and at a macro level within and between countries where we look at wider macroeconomic issues such as inflation and interest rates. The following slides coming up will give you a little insight into some of the topics you might study during your lessons. You might want to pause on some of the slides and have a little think about the questions being posed or chat to them with somebody that is watching with you. So how will businesses and consumers be affected by Brexit? What is the future for cinemas in a world dominated by Netflix and Amazon? Are giant digital companies abusing their monopoly power? Which policies are effective in curbing the plastic pollution crisis? The sugar tax, is it an effective way to tackle the social costs of obesity? Who are the winners and losers from trade wars? How soon will electric vehicles become the norm? Will they stimulate faster economic growth? How can we make housing more affordable? Does globalisation create more winners than losers? Is the age of globalisation coming to an end? Is there a future for cash? Does sub-Saharan Africa benefit in the long run from foreign direct investment from countries such as China? So what are the benefits of an A-level in economics? Well, it's genuinely an interesting subject and it's relevant to things that are going on around you in the world every single day. It complements many other subjects such as history, geography, maths, politics and business. And it really is highly valued amongst many employers and universities. It's considered to be quite a prestigious qualification. And finally, it develops both literacy and numeracy skills. So usually during open evening, we ask some of our current Year 13 students to attend the open evening and to tell you a little bit about what they've enjoyed most about the economics course. But obviously, that is not a possibility this year. So here are some of the things they said. So the engaging content of lessons. Lessons relate to current economic affairs such as Brexit. These current affairs are relevant and will affect our future. Understanding current affairs will help us appreciate different perspectives and enable us to make informed opinions. Invest in economic indicators such as GDP, interest rates and inflation. These topics help us better understand the economy that we live in and what determines the performance of an economy. Studying negative externalities and the consideration of the effectiveness of solutions, such as the obesity crisis and the sugar tax and the impact of the minimum wage in tackling poverty. What I would say to you is whether you choose to continue your studies of economics beyond A level, what you will learn in this qualification are things that will affect you in everyday life. You'll learn more about the world you live in, the economy you live in, and how the economy runs and why it runs the way it does. So if you choose to take this course, how will you be assessed? So in Year 12, there are 2 exams. So you'll study Unit 1, Introduction to Economic Principles. This is an hour and a 15-minute exam and it's worth 15% of the total qualification. That exam is broken into 2 parts. The first section of the exam is multiple choice. There are 15 multiple choice questions, and then the remainder of the paper then requires you to answer questions in more detail, so sort of 4, 6, 8 mark questions. Then you've got Unit 2, Economics in Action. This is a 2-hour exam and it's worth 25% of the total qualification. This exam is more data-based, so you'll be given scenarios, data, and you'll be asked questions that require you to apply your learning to the given scenarios. Then when you get in year 13, so A2 economics, there are a further 2 exams to sit. These examinations are both worth 30% of the total qualification. So 60% of your marks come from the A2 year 13 exams. Unit 3 is called Exploring Economic Behaviour and is a 2-hour exam. This will be, again, some questions will be based on context and you'll have to answer them using the data or information provided. And then Unit 4, Evaluating Economic Models and Policies. This is an essay-based exam, so you'll be given 3 essay questions to answer within the 2 hours and 30 minutes, but you are given choice as to which essay questions you'd like to answer. What are the entry requirements? So a minimum of 6 A-star to C grades at GCSE with B grades in both English and Maths. So thank you for listening to this presentation. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm the head of business and economics. You can see my email address just there on the bottom of the slide. Thank you for listening.